Hey, yo, Sean and Willow again. Today we're going to run through how to set up a customer's Office 365 portal. I've just woken her up to get her face on the video, so I might just go back to sleep. If you hear any weird noises, it's probably her snoring. Alrighty, so Steve has passed through this ticket. It's a new portal for Dr. Harry Haryanto, so it gives the admin username and password. What we need to do at first is just go to a new incognito window, portal.office365.com, and just get these account details, copy email. Taking its time. Put in the password. Right, so current password, what we want to do is, I just use this strong random password generator. It seems to work pretty well for doing a password. Just make it like 16 characters. Include all these guys. Generate password, and then copy it in. I'm not going to use this password, obviously, so I'm just going to pause the video for a second as I do that. One thing to note is always add the global administrator details to the site sheet. So I'm going to put that password in there as well. I won't show it again for the rest of this video, but just be aware of that. So bear with me a second. Alrighty, so I've changed that password. Stay signed in, doesn't really matter. I'm on incognito anyway. Willow is just snoring away like crazy. I don't know if you can hear her at all. It's a little bit distracting. All right, so we want to get into the admin section there. What we're going to do now is set up the customer's domain. So I've got TPP open here. We go to domains, hover over domains, press manage. Internet is just really struggling at the moment. All right, so just these guys are Bond Specialist Care. We purchased the domain for them pretty recently, so just click on that. I'm going to just scroll back to my other window. So we got setup here, show all, settings, domains. Alrighty, so zone manager. As long as we can get in here, we can start setting up the domain for their new portal. So back here, let's add a domain. What we'll be doing is adding a TXT record to begin with. Create new record. Right, bondspecialistscare.com.au. Use this domain. God, I wish this internet was quicker. Cool, thinks it's net registry, that's fine, whatever. All right, we just want to copy that TXT value there. So back here, we want to make sure we've got it in speech marks. TXT record wouldn't work otherwise. Leave name default, that'll just make it the @ as you see there. Leave the TTL as 3600 or 1 hour. Add record. Cool, that's been done. Back here, let's verify, see if it's noticed it just yet. Jesus Christ, Willow. Cool, that is all good. Continue. Now it's going to give us the MX, CNAME, and possibly a few other records that we'll have to adjust. Just pause. No, it won't pause it. All right, MX. So we want to copy that. and go back here. So by default, TPP will set up a bunch of MX records. I just remove them. Doesn't matter. Obviously, you want to be very careful if the customer has existing email. We don't want to be mucking that up. But I know these guys have a brand new domain. Nothing's been set up. Remove both those records. Now add an MX. Create a new record. All right, exchange there. What we want to do is make sure we tick is host fully qualified. If you don't tick that, what it'll do is it'll add the domain at the end of this and the MX record will fail. Preference for these guys is 0, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1 hour. Cool. Now we do a CNAME. Oh, yep, sorry, I've got to add that first. Now, CNAME, create new record, paste that in there, auto discover there, add record, go back. Now, this TXT here is the SPF record. So, another one, create new record, speech marks again, and add that guy there. So the TXT record there is what Office 365 requires to be set up, but what we'll have to do is add an IPv4 prefix to it so that people can successfully send from our servers. I'll show you that in a second. Advanced options we don't have to worry about because they're not using mobile device management or anything like that, so continue. This may fail a few times until the records propagate, can take sort of 5 minutes or so. I'm just going to pause the video until they are all complete, and then we'll get cracking at it. Magic, domain setup complete, and we press done. Now what I'm going to do is adjust that, what do we call it, SPF record. So what I've done is I've opened up MX Toolbox, I've put in one of our other customers' SUA's domain and done an SPF record check. You just select it there. That's the easiest and quickest way I know how to find our SPF or our IP address range for the hosted environment. That way, if people are sending from Genie or another service that is not Outlook, it will allow it to send anyway and not go into people's junk email. So I'm just going to add that to the SPF record here. So just add in IPv4, blah, blah, blah. Edit record, and that will be done. So back at the domain here, fully set up, that's awesome. What we're going to do now is adjust the MediHost user or the admin user to be MediHost at specialist.specialistcare.com.au. So I'm just going to change the sign-in information. Oops, manage username. MediHost and there. Save changes. Username is updated. All right, I think it wants me to sign out of here, so cool. I'm just going to pause the video so I can copy the password and sign back in again. Be with you in a second. And I'm signed in again. Okay, the next thing we want to do is turn off password expiry. So it's normally a recommended thing on the dashboard. Let's see if it will show up for me. Otherwise, I'll have to remember where the settings are. Show all settings. Yeah, there we go. Prevent unneeded password changes, view recommendation. It'll automatically fill out passwords never expire, which is what we want. Save setting there. Cool. Now we want to add the user accounts. So active users, add a user. This is pretty basic stuff. I'm sure everyone knows how to do it, but we'll run through it anyway. Reception. I like to add a little prefix to it. So when they send out, on specialists care and receptionist username, we want to untick require this user to change password. It's going to be auto-generated. Next, sign the license that we want, which is just Exchange Online. Next, they're not an administrator. Next, and I'm just going to click Finish Adding. I don't really want to advertise that password on this video, so I'm just going to pause for a second. And obviously, just there, I have made sure I've added that password to the site sheet, so we don't have to reset it in the future. And that is basically from beginning to end of setting up a Customs Office 365 portal. Cheers.